Hey everyone, and welcome back to another day trading recap. Today was an absolutely crazy day, and everyone who is in the Discord knows that my P&L was going up and down like an absolute roller coaster. There's a few things that I want to really focus on today, and this is a holiday week. So Thursday the markets are closed, and let me actually just go right here. Thursday, because of Thanksgiving, the markets are totally closed. It's not a half day or anything. It just boom, totally closed. And then the day after on Friday, it's a half day. So most likely on Friday, I'm just going to take fully off. I don't really want to, force it, waking up at 5 a.m. where I am local right now and, being exhausted and tired. And I don't really want to cut my Thanksgiving, let's say super early if if it's a longer dinner and so on and so forth. So I think a lot of people are thinking like me right now where, Thursday's closed, Friday they might not trade, which pretty much means tomorrow, Wednesday, is more or less our Friday. And I think that's why we're getting a lot of action right now. Today, everyone's just trying to get in their trading for the week is what it feels like. We had like 4 or 5 tickers at one point over 100% gappers, and it was insane. Let me see. This is my running P&L for November on the daily, and basically how this works is you can see your stats as they go up. So every trade. So for example, here I had 8 trades total. I started my first trade, I made 490 on, and then I made a few more trades, and then I ended the day up $130. And today is going to be right here. I didn't document my trades yet from Monday, but today literally was I made $1,000, and then I lost $1,000. I made 1,000 again, and then I went red on the day. And then I went up 500. I think I went back to red on the day, and then I went up 1,000. I went up 1,100, and then 1,200, and then I pretty much stopped it. I'm up 1,300 for the day. Not like a crazy big day or anything. Like a nice, decent green day for my position size right now. Today I was trading about maybe $10,000 average size, so I did size up just a little bit. Still way below my old average of almost $20,000 because I did reduce size, but. Yeah, it was a heavy day, and all my mistakes came from PTPI. And this is the only ticker that was only trading a backside today, and that's where I lost all my money. I was actually for a small period of time up around 500 on this ticker before I lost all of it. So the losses on PTPI are just insane. And then really quickly in my IRA account, you could pretty much ignore all of these except PTPI. I did again. I lost on this one on my IRA because I was swing trading this one, where I was figuring, oh, there's so much to talk about. I'll talk about what happened on PTPI in a second. And then XL, we closed out a big swing trade we've been holding. We were accumulating it under $5, and today it had a nice big pop, but with lower volume. So that's why I ended up closing XL when I did. So we could review XL as well. Now, before we go to the charts and look at the tickers, there's 2 things I want to mention here. Or just one main thing. So lately, and I've been talking about this a lot for several weeks now, since Q4, it's really been a swing trade market. My swing trading portfolio is absolutely dominating over my day trading portfolio, which is usually never the case. I mean, the last 2 years, this has never happened. So you could really feel like if you just hold and buy support on a hot ticker, there's a good chance it's going to be a gap up and we're going to see continuation. So with LGVN, you guys probably remember this ticker. Let me just go to it, LGVN. Let me just go to unlimited account. This was a classic stock that had multi-day runs. And I think on its, so first day, second day consolidation, third day 400 almost 500% rally here, and this was I'm usually done trading by 10 o'clock, so I missed this whole run. I was hiking all in the afternoon yesterday, but just insane. And my video yesterday was focused on ISPC. Now I pretty much called it the next LGVN. And let's quickly go to ISPC. We'll talk more on this ticker as well. So yesterday we had a gap up, then we had consolidation, found big support about $8, and then another big pop to the upside. So we're just getting these big moves where if you just start buying into support, finding where it's consolidating, and as long as it doesn't break that and have break it on big red candles, you can just really start accumulating and looking for those continuations. I only ended up day trading ISPC today, and I'm so mad at myself. I called out that this is going to be the good swing trade, and lo and behold, somehow I didn't end up swing trading this one. So I was kind of like beating myself up a little bit about that, but it's fine. At least I was able to walk away with some green, and I didn't really trade the open so aggressively on this ticker. The open was tough today for sure. A lot of flushes, and that's because the market open today was just so nice. So gappers, tickers holding their highs, finding support, and looking for continuation is the play without a doubt, and that's what I'm going to keep looking for. Now, unfortunately, let's go through all these different tickers today. So PTPI was a ticker I tried to trade, and I just could not nail this one. I did a few. So pre-market for me on TUS opens up at 7 o'clock, and that was right in this area. I got like a serious wave going right now with my hair. It's a bit weird. Yeah, so that was right here in this area. And this one popped up 18%. I tried to trade a little bit of that, made a little bit of this run, made some profit, but overall it wasn't really that good. I was up like 500 at this point. And then it popped up again. I tried to trade that continuation because almost every stock today had good continuation. And then it dumped again. And then I lost on this one. And then again, it popped up here and I tried to really accumulate. And then I lost heavy. This looks like a small loss right here. But it was big. I think my full size was like a 2.8 or so. And then I sold almost at the perfect low. I sold at 67. Yeah, it went to like 66 or not even. It went to like 67. I sold at the perfect low pretty much. And that was a big loser right there. So I was like, everything I'm doing today on PTPI is wrong. And on every other stock, if you just buy support, it's worked really well. So if you go to my IRA account, I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to buy support. And I'm just going to hold it. And I like doing this in my IRA account because I don't look at stocks 24/7. If it's in my day trading account, I have an easy time to start over trading or turning a swing trade into a day trade. Anyway, I started accumulating here, this big support, looking for that eventual reversal, and we didn't get it. And it sold off about 20%. And I was like, oh, okay, finally, the one time I do it, it doesn't work. It finds a little bit of support here, runs up. I pretty much closed for break even. I could have sold for 10% profit, believe it or not. Actually, my average at one point was like at 62 or something like that. So yeah, believe it or not, I could have sold for a 10% profit, and that would have been like $1,500 profit based on this size. I had $3,100 position size, so maybe like a $1,300 profit or so. But still, just being a little bit more patient, at least I was able to break for break even. Obviously, if it continued selling off here, it would have been a nasty loss, but I would have been okay holding this one a little bit longer. The reason I was kind of nervous at one point on PTPI was the fact that the overall relative volume on this ticker for the kind of move it had was pretty low. So I was really nervous on this one. Pharmaceutical company here, 29 million market cap, has a bit of a catalyst today, but it was pretty weak. Anyway, the relative volume on this one was not good. So it was not the ticker. It was not a LGVN. It was not an ISPC kind of ticker to be holding longer. So when I had my opportunity to cut my losses on this one, on the spike here to the upside, I took that opportunity and I didn't look back. So I think I did it all right on PTPI in my swing trading account, but in my day trading account, I mean, this big loss right here is just there's no excuse for it. This was a real mess up. I should have not traded any of this backside consolidation because today we had some of the best front sides of the year. I mean, it was just beautiful how many front sides we had today. And I didn't trade a lot of it because I was so focused on PTPI. So in a way, the opportunity cost on PTPI is actually much more than my $1,300 loss on it. In reality, this is like a $2,000 loss because, like I said before, I was up like 500 or 600 or 500 or so on PTPI. So I did end up giving back quite a bit on it. So just keep that in mind. Focus on the front side on these really hot days. With the back sides, be careful with them. And if you are going to trade them, start accumulating maybe in your Roth or something like that. That's been working pretty well. We've had a lot of nice tickers. I'll talk about this one as well very quickly. This is a swing trade XL. And I feel like this is probably a good point in time to talk about it. So this is another stock that, I'm a big fan of XL in terms of price action. I feel like this is a ticker I've traded so many times in the past. I've been watching this ticker for over a year, and I love constantly buying these. This is one of my favorite dumpster diver tickers. So, buying onto these big sell-offs and selling into pops to the upside. I do it with my IRA. I do it with my, no, I don't do it with my margin account. I did it with another account somewhere. I don't know. It's not super relevant right now. But anyway, so yeah, this ticker again broke some key support here and it was selling off. And then this is a highly shorted stock. It's a fairly okay company. They've had a lot of supply chain issues. They had not so great earnings, but it didn't really dip that much on the earnings day. And all it needs, in my opinion, is a little bit of a catalyst, and this ticker will pop. And that's what happened today. They got awarded something with the defense, Department of Defense. I don't know, some sort of pilot test. I don't really care. What I care about is the fact that there was any bit of news. And actually, believe it or not, or yeah, believe it, when a small cap has a contract or some sort of deal with a larger company, a larger entity, the government, those are the best catalysts you could literally ever ask for. Unless you're holding a biotech and it has some sort of massive, I don't know, trial or FDA approval. Those are really good too. But this is like as good as it gets. So with XL, and look at this high relative volume now coming in more than ever. It looks like that really was peaking here, because before it didn't have that. Or actually, no, it actually did have it before. It just didn't feel that high. Anywho. Yeah, I was back in this area pre-market. This is when I was like, this is a big pop, but actually this volume for this move is not much more than yesterday's. I think that's why I was a little bit hesitant. So with this ticker, let's go back to the 5-minute. I hope I'm not jumping around too much today. Leave a comment below if you're like, Alex, you need to slow down. I'm excited. So yeah, this ticker, we just started accumulating this one and found a lot of support here at 4.7. I started buying some here. I was gonna buy a little bit more here yesterday, but it somehow fell off my radar. I wish I did. So then it popped up around 40% from the lows, and in this area I was like, "Ooh, should I take profit?" It sold off, and then it popped back for a double top, and I ended up taking profits pretty much right after the breakout at 73, and then it runs here another 10% or so. So I could have held this one a little bit longer, but I got the big move that I wanted. This was really the move I wanted. Everything after this was I don't know, pure additional gain. So this was a classic move, and this is what I mean. Swing trading has just been going so much better lately. So yeah, LGVN. So if you just go back to LGVN for a second, you can see this one as well. And on the day I came out with the LGVN video, where was that? I think it was my worst trading. Yeah, this one, my worst trading ever on LGVN. I was literally saying, if this ticker does not break 5.5, it's going to probably have some really good continuation, because we're holding our highs, and then we're probably going to gap the next day. Happened again and again and again. So I just need to stick to my own word a little bit more. So basically what my strategy is, or what I'm doing more right now, is finding these supports and then looking for that continuation, finding these bigger support zones, and just waiting for that next pop day. And that was more or less my strategy on PTPI. But the problem with PTPI is it was really lacking that volume. It was really lacking the momentum, the good catalyst, any price action holding its highs. And that's why I ended up cutting PTPI for a loss on my swing trade account as well. So, but when we talk about all these other front side tickers, let's think about what's going to see continuation, and what tickers it's holding its highs. So around noon or during power hour, we can get those good moves into power hour. So yeah, during noon, where's that consolidation zone? Or if it's still consolidating in power hour, where can we get that power hour move, or that extended hours move? So it's going to be a gap up day. That's really what I'm looking for my swing trading account. And again, I do like to separate the two, or else I start day trading my swing trades a little bit too much. All right, let's move on to QLGN. QLGN. This was, look at this, 75% today. Every ticker is just up so much, and wow. Yeah, so 11:30, it had another big move here, 30% move. I stopped trading today at almost 10 o'clock. Actually, yeah, it was like on the minute at 10 o'clock. I was like, okay, I'm done trading, because I started at 5 o'clock. Yeah, that's a lot of trading for one day. Oh no, 5 o'clock local time, which is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I did 3 hours of trading. Yeah, so on the daily, this has been a big backside ticker, a bit of a dumpster dive play. If you're swing trading this one, went below $1. This should have been a big buy indicator for me when stocks go below $1, because they're going to start pumping their price up, or else they're going to get delisted and they're going to be an OTC. So you want to be looking for those. Anywho, I did miss that, and this had a big gap up and started selling off. Just like its kind of daily pattern, big, just constant sell off and then a big spike. And here's constant sell off, and now it's having that big spike. Anyway, I thought this ticker was going to reverse, so I started trading it in this area, looking for those continuations. I missed the big pop right here on this one. It didn't really end up performing that well. I was trading it a few times over VWAP, but yeah, I pretty much just got out of this one. Luckily, I was able to make some profit on it, 360. But yeah, look at this again. Once it finds that big support, just wait for the pop, start accumulating, and that's really like the main takeaway on this video is just look for those big support zones, because trading front sides can be really profitable in this kind of bull market and in the small caps that we're seeing right now. This little temporary blip. But what's even better is if you can accumulate in these lows. You can always cut your losses. So like, let's say this one did end up breaking this key support at 1.5, and it, like, let's say dumps to 120. It'll probably have a retest of some sort, and then you can just cut your losses here on this retest before it has continuation to the downside. That's what I would be doing on these tickers, because a lot of these tickers, they're just not companies that I want to hold for weeks or months, like Coin or Oatly or those kind of companies. These are still small caps, and I'm not a big fan of holding small caps very long. So I want to see pretty quick resolution, or else I'm out. Okay, anyway, yeah, that was QLGN. And again, look at that, beautiful. Let's see, it came back down 50% from its highs. I don't know if I can buy it in this area, but yeah, it could be good continuation. Let's keep going to APVO. Back over 100%, guys. Such a crazy day today. Let's see. Let's go to the daily first on this one. Big sell-off, finding big support around 6, and then having that massive bounce. Could be a dead cat bounce. On the daily chart, I don't like it as much, I'm not going to lie. Unless you're buying that big support zone. I love those 100% now, and there's huge floor here. This is so much resistance here at 14. I'm not sure if we're going to get above it, but if we can break 14, it's going to act as support, and we might run another 35% or so till 20. So this could be worth watching. Again, what I like here is, look, it had a double bottom, and then it had a higher low. So boom, we're trending to the upside, has a higher high, higher low, and then boom, breakout, higher low again, and then just great continuation. Like I said, I stopped trading around 10 o'clock, so I was no longer looking at this ticker. But man, this is just one of those time periods where you can just trade all day long. APVO, my big regret on this one is I was so focused on PTPI at the time that I missed this whole entire 128% front side. I finally started trading it near the highs here. And I knew $14 was big resistance, so I went for a little fake out breakout here, which was the right plan, and I made some profits. But I missed this whole run up here. I'm just like, that's a total shame. So yeah, I mean, I could really kick myself about that one. Still walked away with $390 on it, but this could have been $2,000-$3,000 stock alone. So in a way, being up only 1,300 today was like fumble central. Today could have been a day where you made a lot of money. Okay, let's go to KTTA. This ticker was just absolutely insane. I feel like I'm saying about that with every ticker. I mean, this is what we used to have back in 2020. This was like a daily thing in 2020, and then 2021 has been very tough. It's been much slower. Anyway, big green day here. Blue sky setup, high relative volume. I didn't even really look at the catalyst or anything, but let's see, 88 million market cap, 13 million shares outstanding. It's a biotech. Looks like does have some catalysts here moving forward, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, approval by FDA, and that looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, something's got to be pushing this ticker up. But let's look at the price action. And that, for me, is always the most important thing. So this ticker flies up here 100%. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm snoozing on this one. Why am I not trading this? Has a little bit of a pullback here and then a 50% continuation. I could have made all my money just in these two legs. And when I'm in the zone, that's usually what's happening. I really don't know why I'm trading so bad lately. Big shame on me. I gotta really, like, I don't know, do some meditation and think about this for a while. What's going wrong? Did a little bit of a scalp trade here. I quickly close. It ends up breaking out. I chase here for a little bit of profit. Then I start trading this one when it's ranging. Luckily, I traded all right. I'm able to walk away with some profits in these areas. But this isn't really good trading at this point. And then I gave back quite a bit of profits here when we didn't have a continuation on the pullback. So that was a little bit annoying. And once it broke VWAP, I stopped looking at it until it looked like it was going to break back above VWAP. That's when I started trading it again. Into the market open, I traded this pullback. That was a nice little win, but look at the size. This was just like a test. This was literally 100 shares just to like force myself to trade a little bit more. But again, with KTTA, like I almost don't even care that I fumbled so hard. I mean, I do. This was really bad trading. I mean, this was really bad trading, actually. I'm up 860 on it, but I mean, you guys just saw that was a disgrace what I did there. But this $6 zone is so important. Let's map this out. We have big resistance here at 6. We tried to break it twice. We failed. We eventually had a big breakout. We had a great retest around 955 where we bounced 30% off of. That's insane. Then we flushed back down in one candle, had a second retest, and then we bounced 40% off of that one. And then guess what? We had another retest. So today you could have took it really easy and been like, okay, there's big support at 6, and just constantly be trading those bounces off of 6. Yeah, that's what I mean today. Like for me personally, day trading's been a little bit tricky. I don't know if it's the price action. I don't know if it's me. I don't know what it is. But just like taking 10 steps back and like swing trading these has been the way to go by far. So if we can see KTTA keep holding these highs here around $6, this could be great accumulation. Even if it breaks here at 6 and starts accumulating around 4 or 5 or so, we might have a great support zone where we can see maybe some good continuation on this one the next day or so. Big first green day. This could be a really good continuation move. So let's see what happens. Keep it on the watch list. And then we have ISPC. Obviously ISPC was where this whole video started, where I said ISPC, is this the next LGVN? And it was. Now it's kind of pulling back a little bit. It's funny how it had 2 big green days, but they're actually red days. And that's basically means it had a big gap up and it sold off ever since, opened here, sold here. So just two big days where pre-market was really where all the action was. But let's see, here around 11:30 is big time support. This was the open on Monday. So we pulled back to the open and we bounced off that zone. Really, really good to acknowledge that. That's about a 6% bounce it's already had. And let's see here. The question is, where's it going to, find that? Where's it going to hold its highs? Maybe we're going to, even if, let's say tomorrow doesn't break today's candle. So that means today's an engulfing candle. And we get like a little bit of, I don't know, a candle somewhere in this area. Maybe we have like a wick that looks something like this. You can trade this one really well by just accumulating support and then selling near this big time resistance. I think you could do probably a pretty good job at that, and that's definitely what I'm going to be looking for ISPC. Maybe we're going to get a third big green day on this one. Right now it looks like somebody's getting squeezed on it. This is just such high relative volume. Let's look into this one a little bit more. 84 million market cap, healthcare sector. 7 million shares outstanding, are trading higher after the company announced it has been contracted to support new advanced research on COVID-19, seeking insights on its transmissibility, variants, outcomes, and testing validity among multiple population segments. Okay, yeah, this was a COVID play from yesterday. I do remember now talking about this one, small cap COVID news. COVID plays, this actually surprised me a lot because COVID plays have not been that great lately. So this one really, really did surprise me. But yeah, let's see if this one could hold its highs. So I really think any of these tickers, ISPC, KTTA, APVO, maybe QLGN as well, and not so much PTPI. So I think these 4 are really good candidates to look for tomorrow gappers, continuations. And then honestly, Wednesday around noon, I'd be very careful. Thursday, obviously the markets are closed. And then that half day that we're going to have on Friday, I think a lot of traders are going to be taking off. So it's Black Friday as well. I would just be really, really careful. I mean, a lot of people are going to be, partying into the night. I don't know if there's going to be that much action. Plus, like, do you really want to be forcing, trading on Friday, and then, having a small red day or something like that, and then being like, oh, I should have just slept in or should have enjoyed myself. Because the whole point of being a day trader or being self-employed or investing and stuff like that is so you have freedom, right? So you have the ability to choose what you want to do with your time. And I don't really find, forcing certain, trading styles or activities or days to be part of that. And there's no better thing than just to be able to take off. Next year, I'm going to be taking a whole month off, probably in May when the markets are a little bit slower, and just, really enjoy some time off. So I don't see myself forcing it on Friday. Now, if I just happen to somehow go to bed early and I do want to trade, that's also the option. So if I do trade on Friday, boom, so be it. But there's no need to force it every single day. I do believe in showing up like every single day. You guys know me from, streaming for almost 2 years straight. the market open. But I'm kind of at that point where I've realized, why not take a little bit of time off and kind of relax a little bit, charge up energy, and just hit the ground that much harder, the next week or the next day or something like that. To me, I find a lot more value in that. Whew. Okay, I know there was a lot going on in this video. I hope you guys found some value in it. Leave some comments below if you have any questions. I'd be happy to elaborate more, answer the comments directly. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Subscribe if you're new, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.